Hi everybody, welcome. Today's Friday, September 11th. All right, let's go ahead and finish the second part of Clark the Shark. Before we start reading, I just want to review the vocabulary words you should have wrote down yesterday. We went over the word munch. Munch is when you chew food completely or loudly. We went over the word bellowed. Bellowed is to shout out in a loud, deep voice. Ooh, that's bellowed. So it's not just this elk bellowed. You could say that the elephant bellowed or I bellowed, right? Anyone could bellow. All right, rough. When you do something in a rough way, you are not being gentle. So if you play rough, or you get in trouble for playing rough with your siblings, your brother, sister. We have the word handle. This kid handles the giraffe by feeding him lettuce. He handles picking apples. He handles doing his own homework. He handles his own online learning. When you cannot handle something, you are not able to deal with it. If you can handle something, you're able to deal with it. All right, then we have cool. To cool how you feel means to calm down, chill out, calm down. Cool. Bounce, we all know what bounce means. Bounce when you jump, when you move up and down or jump up and down, that's a bounce. We have grin, that's a big wide smile, right? This is a smile, this is a grin. To show your teeth, really big grin. And might, yep, might was the last one. Might, doing something with all your might is using all your power, okay? And then we stopped there. So let's go ahead and finish reading the story, Clark the Shark. So we were reading the story yesterday about Clark the Shark and how he loves school and he's so excited about school, but he can be a handful sometimes, right? Even his friends tell him, man, you're a handful, chill out, cool down. We talked a little bit about how he has to learn self-control and how his teacher taught him rhymes to help him remember how to stay cool. So we said there's a time and a place for everything, said Mrs. Inky Dinky or Miss Inky Dink, and sometimes the rule is stay cool. And then during lunch he had a hard time eating his own lunch, right? He kept on eating everybody else's lunch. And his friends were getting bothered by that a little bit. So then he started, and then he finally learned a little bit of self-control and started, to pay attention in class and do, and just kind of cool down. And even during lunch, he would cool down and not eat up everybody else's lunch. And he was starting to fit in. All right, so this is where we stopped. Let's go ahead and read page 26. At playtime, Clark told himself, easy does it, that's the way. Then my friends will let me play. And playtime was fun. Once more, Clark loved his life. So the rhyme here that helped him remember to chill out was at playtime, Clark told himself, easy does it, that's the way. So he needs to, play easy. If he plays too rough, then, people may fall off and get hurt, right? Now, let's ask, how has Clark changed from the beginning of the story till now? At the beginning of the story, Clark was really rough, right? He was really, loud. He was, he didn't have any self-control, right? And now he's learning how to control himself, how to play nicely with others, how to get along with others, and now he's having even a better time at school, right? Because now he has more friends. All right. But then a shadow fell across the playground, a ginormous shadow with tentacles galore. It's a new kid, and he looks scary, cried Joey Mackerel. Swim for your lives. The squid squashed the slide, and it snapped off the swings. Oops, my bad, said the new kid. Uh-oh. Now there's what? Who's here? There's a new kid that's even more tough than Clark the Shark. Uh-oh. What do you guys think will happen? Who do you think will guide him and teach him how to cool down and chill out? Maybe Clark the shark will, right? All right, let's see. Wait, said Clark. He just wants to play. Let's find a way. And he swam at the new kid with all his might. Clark played harder than he ever had before. Upsy downsy and spin-a-majig. Why, he even made up a new game, Tail Wump-a-Lumps. Wow, they're playing rough, aren't they? Uh-oh. How are they alike? Why are they both happy when they're playing rough together? How are they alike? Well, yes, the shark is, he's, kind of aggressive. He likes to play harder with more might, right? And so does the squid. The squid is a bigger animal, and so is the shark. They're both big animals that are, bigger in the sea, right? So they both play a little rough. Let's go on to the next page. Oh, look, they're getting along, best friends. That's right, Clark, said Mrs. Inky Dink, and thanks for taking care of our new classmate, said the squid. Hooray for Clark the shark, everyone cheered. How do Clark's classmates feel about him now? How do we know that? How do his classmates feel about Shark now? Are they annoyed by him, or are they happy with him? I think they're happy with him, and they're all good friends with him. And I know that because the kids say, hooray, hooray, and they're cheering him on. If they were mad at him, they wouldn't be cheering him on, right? So they have cheered him on because they felt like he did a good job and is good to his classmates, said the squid. Right? All right. That night, Clark's mother asked, what did you learn at school, dear? There's a time and a place for everything, Clark said. Sometimes you stay cool. Oh, he's right. There is a time and a place for everything, and you do need to stay cool. All right. And what does he mean by there's a time and a place for everything? Remember yesterday we talked about, do we act the same way we act during recess in class? No. In recess, we are having fun, and it is loud, and you're with your friends, and you're yelling and screaming and playing and jumping. Do we do that in class? No. So there's a time and a place for everything, right? Sometimes it's okay to be loud and wild with others, but sometimes you have to follow the rules and stay cool. Oops. But sometimes a shark's got to do what a shark's got to do. That's cute. What is happening here in this picture? Clark is playing with, who is this? That's Clark's little brother. He is tossing his brother into the air. All right. Do you think they're going to get in trouble for doing that? I don't think so, because they're outside, right? That's the time and the place. They're outside, so I don't think they're going to get in trouble. All right. Awesome. Clark the shark. All right, so here are your questions. You're going to answer these questions. Ask and answer questions. What questions did you ask yourself about Clark before, during, and after reading? How did your questions help you understand the story? So we had questions like, remember we asked, how did Clark the shark change from the beginning of the story to the middle of the story? How did Clark the shark help Sid the squid? And it helped us understand the story better because it helped us understand how Clark the shark learned how to keep his cool and how he, became really good friends with everybody, right? All right. And he also became a really good mentor for Sid the squid. All right. Why did Clark's friends stop playing with him? Why did Clark's friends stop playing with him? Why? How do you think that makes him feel? Do you think that made him happy that he was in school and nobody wants to play with him? I don't think so. All right, use details in this text, that means in the story, and pictures to explain your ideas. Choose one of Clark's rhyming rules. Explain how it helped him be a good citizen. There's a lot of rhyming rules, so I want you to choose one and talk about how it helped him become a good citizen. Let's see. Let's do which rule? I'm just going to do the first one. Easy does it, that's the way. So that's one of the rules. Easy does it, that's the way. And how did that help him control himself? It helped him not bounce too high on the seesaw, right? So he doesn't play rough and hurt his friends. So that's probably one of the rhymes. No, you don't have to write these down, by the way. I bet you're like, oh my gosh, do I have to write this down? No, we're just talking about it. And why did Clark's friends stop playing with him? They stopped playing with him because he was too rough, right? All right, we're just talking. All right, how do you know that Clark wants to do the right thing? Use details from the words and pictures to explain your ideas. How do we know that he wants to do the right thing? He's asking to learn, isn't he? Isn't his when his teacher tells him how to fix his problem, he actually tries to do it? If he didn't want to do the right thing, he would have not listened to her, but he did, and it worked. So let's think about the story, then draw a scene that shows Clark trying to do the right thing. Now, type sentences to describe a time when Clark tries to do the right thing. Remember to find details in the story that explain your idea. Use describing words to tell what Clark does or what he tries to do. All right. Yep. So what you're going to do is on a piece of paper, I'm going to assign this to you, write a description. It's going to be on your HMH. You can see it on there. You can either, I think it'll let you guys start typing it up. And if it doesn't, then just go ahead and write out on a piece of paper and write at the top for the title, Shark the Clark, so I know what this is for, so I can take a grade for it, okay? All right, so what are we doing? What am I writing? How do you know that Clark wants to do the right thing? Again, we know he wants to do the right thing because he listened to the advice his teacher gave him, and it worked. First, think about the story. Then you're going to draw a scene that shows Clark the shark trying to do the right thing. So you're going to draw a picture of him trying to do the right thing. And then, obviously, you're going to draw the picture on your paper. And then you're going to write. And describe a time when Clark tries to do the right thing. And then remember to find details in the story. So I will talk about Clark the shark tries to do the right thing when he is, we already talked about the seesaw one a lot. Let's see, let's try to find something else other than the seesaw. Okay, when he smelled everyone's lunch and it was so yummy, but then he stopped and told himself, only munch your own lunch. Only munch your own lunch. That's a good one, and it helped him to only eat his lunch, right? So I'm going to use that example. Oops, it went away. Okay. Clark the shark. Actually, I'm going to write only munch your own lunch. All right. Clark the shark. Describe a time when Clark the shark says do the right thing. So Clark the shark tries to do the right thing by listening to the advice his teacher gives him. He makes up poems, or he makes up rhymes. He makes up rhymes to help him remember to keep his cool. And then find details in the story. So a detail in the story is when you munch your only munch your own lunch. Oops, sorry, to keep his cool. And then I'll say, for example, during lunch time, he says to himself, what does he say to himself? Only munch your own lunch, to help him remember not to eat anyone's lunch. All right. Okay. Use describing words to tell what Clark does or what he tries to do. And that we just said that during lunchtime, he tells himself, only munch your own lunch, to help him remember not to eat anyone's lunch. So what did he do? So he did remember and only ate his own lunch. Yay. Okay, shouldn't put a smiley face, but all right, and that's it. So I already did the writing part for you. I don't want you to write the same example as me, only munch your own lunch. I want you to write another example in the story. Again, you need to go back and refer to the story and look for a rhyme that he says to help control himself. So you probably need to open up HMH. I did assign the story on there. It should be on there, okay? If you're having a hard time getting on there or you can't find the story, let me know. All right, so you're going to find a rhyming example that he uses in the story to help him understand or to help him remember how to keep his cool, okay? You need to write in a complete sentence the way I did, and then you're going to draw a picture of it, okay? So draw a picture of how he tries to do the right thing. And then you're going to take a picture of that, and you're going to send it to my email, or what's better, what I would really like you to do is to upload it onto Google Classroom. You're going to upload it on to Friday's assignment, okay? That would be better, so it's easier for me to find everybody's in one spot. Okay, have fun learning. If you have any questions, please let me know. All right, hold on.
Sophie.
Send